Yo, what up guys, iReapism here, and welcome back to another video of 7327 the sequel development. This is episode 6, and we finally hit beta, guys. Today is December 17th as of recording this. It's 12 a.m, so it's, I'm recording this on the 16th. Like, when I did the beta test today, I recorded on the 16th. Or I was doing that on the 16th, so I'm into the next day right now. And yeah, we actually hit beta 2 days prior to when I was beta testing another version today, which I'm going to explain to you guys and go over some of the things. So yeah guys, no longer is this really a development of the map. This is more like balancing and changing the map as it is right now, because we kind of feature complete the map for the most part. There's some things I didn't implement that I did want to implement for the map. So this is kind of a development series, at the same time it's just going to be a little bit different. It's more like progress now instead of like, coming up with things to do. So yeah guys, anyways, you see obsidian around. This won't be here when you load the map. That's fine. It's just spawn clearances for all the players. Whenever they spawn, if someone tries to spawn trap you, you will have a spawn clearance for every time you spawn around you. It's a 3x2x3. So if you spawn, if this is you, you're going to clear all the dirt that I'm placing right now, like that. And that's all it does. Nothing special. It doesn't clear more than that because some areas are close to actual blocks like this and right here. It's actually going to clear this. But yeah. That's how it is. That's how it's developed right now. And yeah, guys, I made changes to the back. It's really well lit up over here in the back because I don't want players to spawn and have a creeper right behind them. That just doesn't make sense. It's not really a safe area. Since this area isn't elevated, that's why I had to do it this way. If you were a map maker and you want to fix an issue like this, just spawn them or make the area where they spawn higher, like up here or something, so the mobs can't actually, and then light up that area well. But since this is straight shot into the map, I had to light up the back. That was the only solution. But anyways guys, yeah, we had to finish the classes. I want to show you some of the cool abilities because I think that's really cool. I want to hype you guys up because it's in beta right now, so you watching right now may have an opportunity to actually play with me. The only thing that is required is that you follow me on Twitter. Well, it's not really required, but that's when you'll know when I'm doing viewer beta tests, I guess. It's not going to come around this time. Maybe after Christmas is the time for viewer beta tests. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. You'll get updates. And also, if you want to talk to me not on a social media platform, like public social media, I guess more like privated, you can go ahead and look in the description for a link to my Discord. It's like an online Skype. You can use that. That's fine. I'll check that every so often. So yeah, you can use that as well if you want to private message me or use the group chat. I'd prefer you use the group chat, to be honest, because everyone can see, and if I answer a question, everyone can see the question I answered. So yeah, that's been said. Now, right now there's blue wool everywhere. I did change this to water, but I reverted the change so I can do some other changes. So yeah, let's get started. So first things first, there's barriers on the bottom here and all barriers on the top of the map. It's at Y120, I believe. Yeah, so just like that, it covers all the outside, like up to here. As you can see, this is pretty far away from the map. It goes out to here. The reason for that is I can detect large vertical strips of air, and if I find any barrier, that means you're out of the map. That's a really good way to test if you're out of the map. Something like that I want to do. And I can just kill you or do anything at that point. I could send you a message then kill you, because that would obviously be against the rules. Now the map's a little bit broken. I have a backup, but yeah, over here guys, Anster, which is one of the beta testers, in this map. Broke my map essentially by tunneling this way, and this is really good. This is what I need people to do, is try to win as best as possible. Try to break the map, try to take advantage of everything that they think is broken or overpowered, and this way I can fix it and adjust it so things become more balanced over time. And essentially what he did was he saw this little area. Essentially it looked like this previously, like that, and then he's like, alright, this is a perfect area to tunnel, and start a tunnel. So he did that, and he would win every game in like 5 minutes. So really strong, really interesting. But that has definitely been changed. Now there's bedrock. You cannot dig into the area. You have to dig and hit the water stream. It's like required now. Look at this. It is like required that you hit this. So if you're gonna tunnel, you have to do something like this, and people will see that now. So it's really interesting, people. And since this area, the water is lit up, and people have dirt blocks or cobblestone, you can see all of this. Here, where's cobblestone? There's no like camouflage blocks I gave. So as you can see the cobblestone if you're just looking at the water. You can see that pretty decently. If you're a defender up here and you're standing like right here looking, I mean, for the most part, I mean, you're going to see blocks being changed down there. So you'll, instead of noticing maybe the cobblestone, that might be a little bit hard from a distance, you're going to notice that blocks are missing. So that can help as well. And yeah, as far as that goes, the first time I changed everything is I added lights like almost everywhere. So as you can see, I added some back there, which we went over in the beginning of the video. But I added a ton in the battlefield, a ton on top of the wall, a ton in the wall, down in the wall, in the village, everywhere, in the castle, on the castle right now, and in the back. Now this area is pretty dark, but I'm gonna leave it as it is right now. This is not a this is a backup, so I can't really do anything on this. But yeah, there's a ton of lamps. Essentially, Joe from Rekra, who's Rekra is the team that's been helping me a lot. Mostly Shade Kirby, 321 with the redstone, but everyone's been contributing at some points. And Joe had an idea to just put lampposts down here, so I just spammed them. So it's not really dark down here, so mobs don't spawn like crazy. And yeah, that seemed to work decently. But yeah, guys, most of the issues had to do with this tunnel right here. This was a huge proponent of winning the game really fast, so I did reduce that. And yeah, guys, shall we get started with the classes? So scoreboard, player set, iReapism class 1. What team am I? Scoreboard teams join Marauder, and game mode 2. There we go. This is the class. Now he has Endstone, so this is the invading class, and all the classes have their passive like this if it's not on their hotbar. There's a clock that tells you. So aura wither mobs within a radius of 10 blocks, instantly kill mobs within a 3-block radius. I don't have to demonstrate that, just believe me. So yeah, he's very specialized. This class, by the way, I want to talk about before I'm going to skim through the other classes, but this class in particular was winning the games because this is the only class that's really specialized with dealing with tunneling. And let me explain that really quick here. So tunneling, what is tunneling? It's breaking, it's basically sequence breaking an area or an intended thing to circumvent any interruption you may have. So in English, tunneling is going from one point to another without being contested, or being contested as little as possible. So it's kind of a cheap way, if you want to call it, of winning the game, but it is completely viable, it's completely legit, and it's almost required depending on how good the defense is on the other team. So yeah, nothing against tunneling, like, oh, I'm gonna do it in this map, you know, no doubt. It depends on, you know, how the game flow is going, of course. But anyways, back to the point. efficiency 2 on all his stuff. So he's not only specialized with dealing with stone, like breaking stone. Remember there's wood that you have to break as well when tunneling. If you're tunneling from back there or on this side, which I have to add on this side actually. But as you can see, there's wood, and these are roots. And when you're tunneling in the center of the map, you're gonna hit these wood pieces every so often. So yeah, that's something to note. Of course, as you can see, it's not as frequent, but it's definitely going to impede you. And of course it's efficiency 2, which means it's just faster with dealing with tunneling. You also have the axe to deal with the logs, as I said, and then gravel over here and sand. But most importantly, you have shears to get rid of the cobwebs, which are, you know, some of the classes have swords, so I mean that's not a big deal, but you are specialized, you will do this well, everything. And I changed this so that it's all anvils now, so when you tunnel, it's going to make noise, as you heard. It's going to make a lot of noise, so people will be able to hear you tunnel. As you can see, it's definitely going to slow you down. You can't blast through this stuff, so let me demonstrate. You can't blast through anvils, so that's really important. As you can see, it can blast through the stuff, but it won't actually destroy the anvils, so it's just a giant wall that you've created. Now if I were to do this properly over here, so there's no holes where it can leak the explosion, you will notice that it's not going to destroy anything on the other side. Well, at least it shouldn't. Yeah, see, as you can see, it's still uniform on the other side. Nothing has been destroyed. It's just a giant wall now. So yeah, very, very important to note that this is a huge wall that disables you to blast through it. So certain classes, of course, will quote-unquote mine better by blowing up a large area instead of tunneling in a 1x2 area, right? So that's how I deal with that as well. Add specialization, add class teamwork, so to speak. That's just a lovely sound. But anyways, guys, right, to the point. Let's look at the other classes. So all I have to do is do this. Game mode 2. This is gain resistance 1 when near an enemy within 5 blocks. You get sharp 1. Pretty strong sword if you ask me, like really strong right now. Strongest sword in the game for regular classes. A bow with 12 arrows, a stone pickaxe, and cobblestone blocks. Now before there was like very little blocks to begin with, but I've upped the blocks on every single class in the game, and torches. Not really torches for the invaders, but torches for the other team. Well, I did in some cases. I did a lot of changes, guys, in these 2 days, so it's really hard to keep up and tell you every single change. I've been trying to log them really important changes, or gameplay changes, and all that stuff. But anyways, he has a knockback, flint and steel. So, this is really, really strong class for melee. This is the class that deals with all the other classes in the game. That's the best at doing it through killing. Just period. It's straight up good. Like, you can't get near this guy, or he's going to flint and steel you, so you'll take fire damage. Or he's going to knock you away and get you in a huge combo. He's going to knock you away if he's low with flint and steel, his knockback on it, and he just does a ridiculous amount of contact damage, I call it, or melee damage. So really strong. He has resistance, so he's just really, really hard to deal with, this class. So with that being said, and he also has, you know, some sort of sustain, a one-time sustain, but really, really powerful class if you ask me. Scoreboard 3, game mode 2. This is our second class. This is Marksman, or our third class, Marksman. When your HP is 5 or lower, you gain punch on your bow. And essentially what that does is, I think I demonstrated this last video, I'm just going over the classes so you can see the differences. So now this time he has dirt, and you know your passive, it just indicates to you. And that's your bow, but your sword, that's your proper sword, -10 speed, 10%. And everyone always asks me, well, what is stable? Like, almost everyone asks me what the hell is stable. Just read it. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, just read it. If you're unsure with an item, just hover over it. It tells you everything. Except this one, it's a little bit vague, but we'll work on that. But anyways, yeah. Let's go to the 4th class. Yeah, Axie, he has the fireballs. These aren't gonna work right now. The game isn't turned on, so this is kind of how it works, I guess, if you want to know. But yeah, fail. Now the game is off, so I know that's gonna happen. Anyways, you have some sort of range damage, range interruption. Now it can be easily countered from the archers on the top, so when you right click it, they just immediately shoot you and it blows you up, so you gotta be careful how you use that. You can use it to destroy the crystals, so just keep that in mind. This is a really powerful tool in order to utilize that not a lot of people will think of. So keep in mind that this can be used to destroy the crystals in the back. Now you have a lot of TNT, like I've said. You're gonna come to this wall and blow it up, and you're gonna do it through means of probably mining through here. I did disable tile drops in this game, so no longer will these blocks drop as I'm mining. Hopefully to stop lag or condition lag. So there you go. Let's see a little explosion. So we're like 17 minutes in the recording. Yeah, it's all really laggy. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's causing a lot of lag and stuff. Yeah, I'm doing my best, guys. It's really hard to figure out exactly what causes that. Of course, it could be the 6-block side rendering anvils that I decided to place here. But at the same time, what can I do to prevent that lag as well? And also the jungle. There's a lot of leaves. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's that. Let's go to class 5. This, nobody really knows because it was kind of broken forever, this class. But, if I were to go, I have to go enable it, but TPs. I have to go enable this class, but essentially this class is very, very weird. It's so different. It's Raze-like abilities, by the way. It's so different that I don't think there's anything you can really compare, in any way that can help you, like, understand what's going on. If this is on, then we're good to go. This is not on, so you just have to turn this on, and we're good to go. And I assume someone has been using replace. So let's just test this. Say 1. Alright, it's clearly working. TP 110. Alright, sorry. Alright, we're good. Game mode 0. Alright, so this is a passive death aura. It's the same thing as Excavate's passive where it kills mobs, but instead this way there's enemies within 7 blocks. Only enemies. So it doesn't deal with mobs. But look. Rising Dead, and it's going to summon these mobs at an enemy. Since there's no enemy online, it's gonna summon. It's just gonna keep them there, and it has a cooldown, as you can see. Kill type equals zombie. Can he do it? All right, he can. All right. So again, one more time on the ground level. Look how cool that animation is. That's sick. So nobody knows what this is, actually, except, a few others who have managed to get this class when it worked at some points in the beta, but nobody knows about it. Again, if you want information, just hover over the abilities, please. If you're going to beta test this map and you're watching this video and you had previous knowledge of me saying this, please just look at the... just hover over it. That's all. Summon mobs to attack for Magicka near the nearest enemy. It's that simple. Death pull. You just right click it, you throw it like that, and well, that kind of broke. It's so sad particles, but damn. Anyways, yeah, basically it's gonna pull the enemy to you. wherever you threw the snowball. It's just, that's cool. Let's see if the, yeah, it didn't even spawn them. Okay, interesting. A little bug right there. That's good. That's good. Alright. We have annulment. That's a one-time use. It also tells you if they're one-time. Converge, just you get resistance 3 for 5 seconds. And then annulment does this. It's gonna kill me, but this mob will. Alright, interesting. Well, that's a bug. I'll relog, one sec. Alright guys, I just went to the console and gave myself class 6 instead of class 5 because that's broken. So I've noted all of that. But this is a mob, it's basically it teleports to random enemies. Like Enderman, as you can see, it does these little effects. There's nobody online. But yeah, it's really good. It's gonna keep doing this infinitely because I'm not their class to increment. Oh no, it's not. Okay. It's I think 5 iterations. So I apologize for my lack of understanding of my own map. Yeah, it has 5 iterations of that. So it's really cool, really cool. And then I went over that. So game mode 2 is gonna give me the other class. This is Rocky. I've nerfed him already. He had protection 4, now I gave him protection 1. And that's his abilities. He has cyanide, and his passive. When killing an enemy with splinter, you're given regeneration 3 for 5 seconds. I think that's about 2.5 hearts or 2 hearts, exactly. So it's decent, especially with a class that has good armor. You know, that's a lot of mitigation factor. So yeah, he has abilities likewise. Blister, armor gains thorns for 5 seconds. So let's just, you see that? It gains thorns, and we'll watch it disappear. It has no sounds right now, but it does work. Annihilate. Just explodes the area that you right click. It's really fast. It works really fast, some of these things. Yeah, they're one use, by the way. So this class loses its credibility, not its credibility, but uses its use over, you know, as you use these abilities. Berserk is increased fighting capability by aura slowing enemies. And yeah, it's just an aura. We remove the particles, or it's really hard to see actually. But yeah, that's what it would look like. I have night vision on because of the spawning. But yeah, that's what that does. Really cool stuff. Cyanide to kill you when you're useless, I guess. And yeah, so we're gonna go on the other team, and I'll show you the other classes really quick. I'm only gonna show you Nizareth because I'm running out of time here. But scoreboards. Let's do this after. So, game mode 2. Game mode 2. So this is Nizareth. So the passive would work and all that, but it's been disabled. I have to go to spawn to do that. So I actually will do that really quick here. Anyways, this is the passive. Every 30 seconds, Nizareth breathes. So effect, Reapism, clear. Let's remove that so we get the full effect. But yeah, Nizareth breathes heavily, calling lightning to spawn on him. And this is really cool actually. I'll show you the other stuff, but this is weapons, knockback resistant, really strong class, guys, as you can see. But let's see his passive. So at 3. That's sick, right? And then it would do that. So really cool stuff. Really interesting stuff actually. Death Roar is a cooldown ability that in a radius 8 it stuns you, and it withers and slows the enemies near you. So you probably want to use this before you die. Honestly, it's like this. Since there's no enemies, it looks like really weird. That's so cool. I love it. I love that sound. But yeah, guys, that's the map. That's all the changes that are worth noting, I guess, for a video. I did a lot of other changes, but yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. There's some bugs, as you can see. the cooldown isn't displaying correctly. But yeah, of course this is good because I just, updated this stuff, and it's good so I can fix it later. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.